What's up, everybody? I'm going to wait here for a minute for people to hop on here, and we'll get rolling. All right, Steve, thank you for coming on. Jill, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Jill, Steve, let me know in the comments, how was your day? How was your day so far? I'm gonna wait until a few more people come on, and then we're gonna get rolling here. So, Paula, what's going on? Colby, what's up? Paula, how was your day? Colby, how about you? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, we're gonna get rolling here. So. Thanks for coming on as always, Colby, Paula, Jill, Steve. I truly appreciate it. Harold, thanks for watching. Thank you for coming on as always every single Wednesday. I appreciate it, guys. But what we're going to talk about tonight is the 5 problems that I've consistently seen encountered by people starting their own practices. Aaron, what's up, my man? How are you doing? But the 5 problems I've consistently seen with people starting their own practice and what to do to overcome those problems. Martin, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. All of you, thank you for joining as always. But the 5 problems with starting a practice that I've seen people come up, that people basically get to, and I'm going to teach you guys what the heck to do to overcome them. Katie, thank you for joining as always. So the 5 problems, let's just jump right into number 1. Number 1 that I hear all the time from people, and I really want you guys to listen up tonight. If you guys, actually, let's start here. For those of you watching, I want you to give, can I get permission tonight to help try to shift your mindset a little bit? To help coach you and shift your mindset a little bit? Can I give me a yes in the comments if I've got permission to do that? To give you a shift and to actually coach you tonight. If you agree with that, I want you to give me a yes in the comments. I'm going to wait for this. Give me some yeses in the comments, then I'm going to get rolling. Mark, thanks for joining. Uzo, thank you for joining. Awesome, Harold. Hey, Uzo. So, Almira, thanks for joining. So if you guys, I'm asking for permission. If you guys give me a yes in the comments if I can help you to change your mindset and shift your focus a little bit tonight. I'm going to coach you tonight. Give me a yes if you're down for that. Permission granted. Awesome. Good. There we go. What's up? All right. There was enough. I at least got 3 or 4 there. So Number one problem is I don't have enough time and or this isn't the best time. And so that latter is obviously happens with people when they just start their practices. Josh, I don't think this is the best time for me in my life to start a practice. And then when people get rolling, their number one problem is, Josh, I don't have enough time. Here's what I want to tell you guys first. There will never be enough time, or there will never be the best time. So if you're just starting your practice, there is never going to be a freaking good time. We live in the busiest state that I think humans have ever been in, ever. The busiest society that humans have ever been in, ever. We live in the busiest time ever right now. There is never going to be enough time, and there's never going to be a best time. That is just simply an excuse. And once you can own it as an excuse, that's when you can move on from it. Told you we were going to shift some mindsets tonight. So once you can own that as an excuse, then you can move on from it. So there simply will never be enough time, and there simply will never be a best time. With the latter, you've got to just do it. You've got to figure out when to do it, because there never is a best time. But when people tell me there's not enough time to do what they need to do, That tells me one thing. That sends one red flag up in my mind. And this is what I coach people on. Well, how are we prioritizing your time? Because if you don't have enough time to spend time on your business, then your business is clearly not a priority. And I get it. And I even encourage people that I coach, you've got to put your family first. You've got to do these other things. You've got to put them first. But at some point, the business is a priority. And so we've got to make it happen. That's number one. Number two, the second thing that I hear people always tell me, whether starting or they're in the trenches, is we get so nervous because there's no benefits and no 401k. This is probably one of my favorites. No benefits and no 401k. Guys, benefits and 401k are fantastic, right? It's something that we all need, and sometimes we may even have like medical conditions. We need those benefits. You know, whether it's for medical care or whether it's for prescriptions. So I'm not knocking that down when I say this. But again, this is No BS Wednesday, so I'm going to tell you guys what I really think. Benefits in 401k basically were made for businesses, for people who work for businesses. And to use that as an excuse not to start a practice, not to launch a practice of your dreams, you're basically, again, just like number one, it's being used as really an excuse. Because my wife and I, when I started this practice, we were not in a good position financially. We were not in a good position financially at all. But we still found a way to do it without the benefits in the 401k. That's simply just an excuse that people do not to advance themselves in their lives. That's what I feel about it. There's always other ways to do things. Guys, there's plenty of other ways to do things. Like for medications and other things like that, guess what? You can use things like, I can't even remember what the card is called. Actually, maybe I'll find it for you guys so you know what the heck I'm talking about. What is it called? GoodRx. I still use GoodRx to this day. Like, there's other ways to get around that. It's used too much, in my opinion, as an excuse not to move forward and not to take action. Oh, I'm not going to have the benefits. I'm not going to have the 401k. Guys, that's BS, and it's an excuse. Because if you're taking action and you're pushing yourself in the right direction and you're creating more financial gain for yourself, you're going to find a way to be able to do those things in time. But it's using an excuse as to not to start. That's number two. Number three, this is, sometimes people tell me this, and sometimes people don't really want to tell me this, but we don't feel like we truly have the discipline to do it. We don't have the discipline to get it done. That's number three. Discipline. And I think this is one that I've struggled with too, is, man, I don't know if I've got the discipline to get to start a practice. I don't know if I've got the discipline to grow this business. I don't know if I've got the discipline to do the things that I need to do on a regular basis. And so what I'm going to tell you guys in regards to discipline is, we're all not going to be perfect on a regular basis. I'm not going to sit here and say to you guys, man, I just grind away every single moment of every single day. I'm perfect every single week, every single month, every single year. That's not it. Like, I'm not perfect. We shouldn't expect ourselves to be perfect. But it's all about simply deciding to make a decision that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And I tell this to a lot of people because for the longest time, I was a dreamer, I was a talker, but I didn't do what I said I was going to do the majority of time. I would say I was going to do something like that, but it was just kind of idea. It was just kind of a dream. But I didn't actually do it. And it wasn't until I started to take my words seriously, and that's what I want you guys to understand. Until you start taking your words seriously, that whole discipline thing is going to mean nothing. You'll create the discipline in your life if it means enough to you. But you've got to start taking your words seriously. If you say you're going to start a practice, Start the damn practice and let's get it done. Take your word seriously. And so Tony Robbins talks about this a lot. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. And he talks about basically you have the ability to make a decision to change your life right now, today, tonight, on this live call. You have the decision to make the decision to change your life right now. And Tony does this in his conferences because I've been to some of his conferences. And he basically says you have the decision to do that right now by simply making the decision to do that right now. You can literally do whatever you want in your entire life by simply taking your word more seriously and making a decision that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. That's number 3. That will solve all of your discipline issues. When you say you're going to do something, you're going to create the discipline to get it done. Does that make sense? If this is making sense so far, give me a yes, give me a hell yes, give me a sorta, give me something so I know it, so that I know that you guys know what I'm talking about and if it's making sense. Kelsey, thank you for joining. Belisa, thank you for joining. As always, give me a yes in the comment section if it's making sense. Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it, man. All right, number 4. You guys may know this one because I think it's one that we all use. It's a big problem for all of us when we're starting a practice or when we're starting anything new. Lots of times this is our excuse. And so you guys, I should have said probably 5 excuses for tonight, but I called it 5 problems. Number 4, the 4th problem that we tell ourselves from starting a practice or advancing in our practice is financial resources. Not having the finances. Not having the financial ability to push yourself forward in your practice. Not having the financial ability to start your practice. The only way, guys, to get where you want to go, and I've learned this, I'll be honest with you guys, I've paid tens of thousands of dollars in the last 3.5 years on business coaching, on courses, on different things to advance myself and learn more. The only way to get a different result in your life is to learn new things and to actually invest in yourself. The best investment you can possibly make is actually investing in yourself. And here's the thing. With courses to invest in yourself, with business coaches to invest in yourself, with online courses to invest in yourself. When you start a business, which I assume the majority of you that are watching this have aspirations to start your own business or want to start your own business or have started your own business. The great thing is all of those things now become business expenses. So that's right, they're tax write-offs. So really not having the finances, not having the full finances to do what you want to do basically becomes an excuse because you've got to be able to have the ability to invest in yourself. You've got to have the ability to invest in yourself. That is the way to get where you want to go, is to be able to invest in yourself. And here's one last secret that I want you guys to completely understand. This is a true No BS Wednesday because I want you guys to really, really, really listen to this. When somebody tells me that they're not ready to spend the money, well, I can just use my own example. When I talk to somebody about the business coaching that I do, and they tell me that they 100% want to do it, but the one thing stopping them is finances, let me tell you guys truly what I've learned. I've learned that maybe that person is not the right fit for the program because I've learned that it's extremely difficult to charge high prices in your own service if you're not willing to pay those prices to somebody else. I'm going to say that one again. That may be like a tough love moment because when I first heard this, it was a tough love moment for me too. But it is extremely difficult to have other people pay high prices for your services when you're not willing to pay high prices for other people's services. People. For those of you who don't know what Harold is talking about, people means premium, people who are willing to pay a premium for what they want in their life. That's number 4. Number 5. I can't find clarity and focus when I'm starting my practice. These are for people that are starting their practice or people that have been years into their practice. Josh, I'm having difficulty finding clarity and focus. Clarity and focus. I hear that all day long on my coaching calls. Do you want to know how to solve that problem? Give me a yes in the comments. This was the last one for a reason because I knew I would spend a little bit more time on this subject. Do you want to know how to solve the clarity and focus problem? I'm going to wait till I get at least one yes. Give me a yes in the comment. Okay, apparently Harold's the only one answering the questions. I appreciate it, Harold. You're the man. To solve the clarity and focus problem, you've got to put yourself on an information diet. Thank you, Uzo. I appreciate it. To solve the clarity and focus problem, you've got to put yourself on an information diet. There's too much information out there, guys. We live in the largest, we have all the information that we could possibly want at our fingertips. But the problem is we don't know how to package that information and make use of that information. There's information everywhere. It's literally everywhere. But how do you package that stuff and make and create clarity? That's the difficulty. And so here's the thing. You've got to dedicate yourself to following one course until success. Guys, it's right behind me over my left shoulder. Or it may look like your right shoulder, my right shoulder in the video. Follow one course until success. You will not get anywhere. You will not be able to have success unless you learn that one principle right there. We get information overload, and the only way to create focus and clarity is by giving ourselves an information diet. And the only way to create focus and clarity is by following one course until success. Sticking with one course. Uzo, I told you this on the call today. You said you wanted to start a concierge practice. One of the best things that you said on that call was, I know I need to have success with that before I can move on to the other things that I want to do. And you've got other dreams that you'd like to do. We've got to be able to follow one course until success if we ever expect ourselves to have any form of success. But guys, I say this to you because I care about every single one of you watching this video. And I hear from way too many entrepreneurs and business owners that they're 1 year, 2 year, 3 years into this business thing, and they say, I still haven't figured it out. I still haven't been able to reach my financial goals. I still have having lots of trouble getting patients in. I'm still having trouble doing all of these things. And the majority of time I uncover with them while I'm talking to them on the phone call or the Zoom call, whatever we're doing coaching with, I uncover that they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing email marketing, they're doing this, they're fixing up their website, they're doing SEO, they're doing all of these other things, except for just focusing on what is actually going to get them in the right direction. Because we almost kind of kill ourselves or stop ourselves in our tracks in regards to success, because most of the time we know what we need to do, but we fill up our schedule with doing other things because it makes us feel busy and it makes us feel like we're taking the right steps to success. But really, we just have to do the right thing that we know we need to do. And so for a lot of my students that go through my courses, They want to do a lot of these other sexy things, or maybe, I don't know why, but we see them as more sexy. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, SEO, website optimization. Google ads. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But the one thing that most people don't want to do right now in the day and age that we live in is they don't want to get in front of real people. They don't want to figure out the ways that they can get in front of real people. They don't want to figure out the ways that they can get in front of real people and become an extremely effective communicator. They don't want to figure out the ways to get in front of a person and become an effective communicator and learn how to sell. That's the thing that's the hardest for most of us. And so we see all of these extra shiny lights or shiny objects, and you get trapped into shiny object syndrome. And I'm so passionate about this because I've been there, guys. I've been there. There's all these other things. It's like, oh, that can get me what I want. Oh my gosh, this guy says LinkedIn's the key to success. Let me buy his course. Oh my gosh, this guy says that the key to success is Facebook ads, even if I don't even have a business yet. Facebook ads. This guy says the key to success is Google optimization. This guy says, or I keep saying guy, but guys, forgive me. I'm from Texas, so we say guys for everything. This woman has the key to success for SEO. This woman has the key to success for website optimization. Maybe I should be doing that. And then also we get on social media, right? And we see, oh, this business owner is doing this and they've had success with this. Oh my gosh, maybe I should be doing that. Oh my gosh, this business owner's had success with this. Maybe I should be doing that. Oh my gosh, this business owner is doing that. Maybe I should do that. And it's no wonder why we're all confused. It's no wonder. It's no wonder that the 90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. It's no wonder because of the information age that we live in. There's almost too much stuff we've got to do. And so we've got to simplify things and follow one course until success, and that's how you can find success. That's the 5 problems with starting a practice that people encounter, and that's the 5 answers to how you can solve those problems. So the 5 problems are: there will never be enough time, or there's never a best time to start a practice or to start a business. Number 2, but Josh, I can't start a practice because I'm not going to have the benefits in the 401k. We are led to believe that that's a problem because that's what all of us expect in a job when we work for somebody else. But I'm telling you guys, I've coached tons of physical therapists and they've all been able to figure it out. Every single one of them. People with financial problems, people with families, people with whatever it is, they've all been able to figure it out. If you want it bad enough, you can figure it out. Number 3, discipline. Josh, I don't have enough discipline to make this happen. Discipline is something that comes as a natural byproduct of us making a decision that we are going to do this thing, that I am going to start my practice, that I am going to start my business. Taking your words seriously and making a decision that you're going to do that thing. Number 4, financial resources. You're going to have a very difficult time advancing yourself in your business and in your practice if you're not willing to invest in yourself. I'll just leave it at that. And then actually I'll say this statement again. If you are not willing to pay others for their services to advance you in your practice, you're going to have a very difficult time having people pay you a premium in your practice. Number 5, focus. Follow one course until success and you will be able to have success. Don't get in the trap of information overload. If you feel like you're in the trap of information overload, take a damn information diet. That's the 5 problems with starting a practice and what to do about them. Guys, I'll go ahead and say this before we end this call for this No BS Wednesday. I have a massive training coming up on this Saturday. A huge training this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And I'm gonna talk about basically this that I talked about tonight, and but on steroids, much further in detail about the 8 proven steps that I have created to create success for you in your own life with your concierge practice or your practice in general. I'm going to share those proven steps with you guys this Saturday. And if you're interested in being on that training, guys, like, this is the biggest training I've ever done on social media ever. And so I hope you take advantage of this. It's the biggest training I've ever done. I'm spending my Saturday morning with you guys. It'll be 11 a.m. Central Time for me. But it's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, the 14th. And if you're interested in registering for that training, go to www.betterwaytopt.com. I'll put it in the comment section, but www.betterwaytopt.com. And you can register for that live training and get access to that. But I'm super pumped about it. I think you guys will get a lot out of it, especially if you're interested in starting a practice or even if you've already started a practice. So I'll see you guys on the live training on this Saturday. I look forward to training you guys on a Saturday too. Something that I've never done before. So www.betterwaytopt.com. I'll drop it in the comments. Love you guys. Have a good night. See ya.